Hey everybody, Mandus Bucka here with Maximum Muscle Report. We're at the 2019 Linda Murray Pro, Norfolk, Virginia. Lola,
I can't believe this. You called it.
we saw you 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
in Las Vegas, Battle in the Desert. You finished third.
Yep.
You said you were coming here.
Yep.
I said
Bigger, better.
you're gonna win that show.
I I don't even know what to say right now. Like I'm speechless. After that show, I went home, dealt with the kids. For those of you who don't know, I have two kids. I have an 11-year-old and a 4-year-old. He's gonna be 5 next month. And my youngest, he's high functioning autistic. He's on the spectrum. He has ADHD and he's sensory. So the stress levels are high, you know. So there's plenty of times where I find myself just kind of like just overloading, stressed, wondering how am I going to juggle, how am I going to do this? And to be honest, that same stress drives me to the gym. It drives me to my goals, and because I know if I don't do it for them, you know, I'm all they have. So if it's not me, who else is it going to be? And I'm the only one who can pursue my dreams. So I have to. So I don't know.
Now the story just keeps getting better because you just informed us you are the first ever and the only athlete ever to compete once.
Correct.
Guys, one show turned pro.
Correct.
2018, Arnold?
Correct. Yes. So that year, I'm not sure if they still do that, but that year they had, if you were outside of America, so if you weren't an American resident, I'm from Ontario, Canada, you can compete. However, the athletes on that stage are nationally qualified. So that was kind of the big thing. It was like, okay, you're going up against nationally qualified girls. Are you ready? And for me, I've been doing track, you know, I was a long jumper, triple jumper. I played soccer. That, to me, was my superpower. Didn't have much friends growing up, was kind of that bully, awkward girl. Was always told muscle is not supposed to be meant, you know, to be on a woman. But even with all that, I just said, why not? Because this kind of makes me feel powerful. I love superheroes. I love mutants. And I kind of felt like I was born for this. Like everything I went through was kind of like, okay, I've been through so much-ish. It's got to be for a bigger reason. There's got to be something big coming up. And I jumped into that show. I was lent a suit. There was only one suit available, and thank the Lord it fit, because if it hadn't, that was it. I was done. Believe it or not, funny story, at that show, I was so inexperienced, I walked into my lineup with no button, and I had to run around. I was in the crowd as Class B. I'm Class C, was on that stage, and I was running through the aisles looking for my button. I just made it backstage, all that madness and pandemonium, sprinting in my heels, and I did it. I won my overall. I beat out everyone, and I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
So obviously, stress really doesn't affect you. You're
No,
so
I work
used to
good under
handling it at
I'm
home.
a diamond, right? I'm a diamond.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I work well under pressure.
Absolutely, we see.
You know, it's this thing where you have to have that switch, right? You have to kind of know when to turn your emotions off. I know that sounds kind of cold, but you have to learn how to not let things affect you. Family, friends, loved ones, relationships, like tragedy, as weird as that sounds, you literally have to learn how to turn all that off when it comes to competing, because you cannot have anything distract you from what you have to accomplish on that stage. And that is exactly what I did. And instead, I took all of my past disheartening moments in my past tragedies, and I actually kind of had like a highlight reel in my head of all those mother effers who said everything negative about me. And I said, all right, we gonna show them, we gonna do this. And yeah.
And now you are headed to Viva Las Vegas. And on the big stage, Saturday night. Wow. Did you ever even fathom that could be a possibility?
You know what? I always, growing up, like I said, even though I always felt like I always stood out, right? Everywhere I went, I stood out. I could have been wearing a paper bag, and I still stood out for some reason. I never really understood that. Even still, I don't really realize, I guess when you're so used to hearing negative things, you kind of mold to that, right? And now that I've been doing this, it's kind of the opposite. So it has taken me some time to adjust to all this positive feedback, because having muscle in my body has never been something that has been positive in my life growing up. So I did feel like there was a reason why I was built the way I was built. And that's why I always tell people, I was like, I was born for this. I was born for this journey. Yes, I got here quickly, but it took a lifelong of pain to get me here. So mentally, I've been going through this my whole life. So I was ready for this. And I even said, I belong on a big stage. I belong on a big stage. I even work better on a big stage. So
Well, you've got it. Come September, you will be on the big stage in Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
Lola, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now you can go home, cash that check, spend some money, treat the kids, treat
Oh my
yourself.
gosh, Mama's so dope, y'all.
We can't say it any better than that until next time. Lola from Canada, Amanda's Maximum Muscle Report, your 2019 Lenda Murray Pro champ. Headed to Vegas.
Peace out.
We're out.